tipping shouldn't be tipping at all. I mean, if you feel generous enough to do it, but mandatory, no.
I really don't think we can address the idea of abolishing tipping until we address minimum wage as a livable wage in this country.
I don't think tipping should be eliminated necessarily. I think a lot of other countries are doing that and it maybe makes sense for them, but like here it's just, I feel like the tip adds an incentive to like be nice.
It probably should be eliminated in places where the employer gathers all of the money from all the tips and distributes them and considers that part of the salary. I think that's wrong.
To tip or not to tip, and how much? This is a question Americans often ask themselves many times in a day, and 2/3 of Americans in our poll said that they felt tipping has become more expected over the last few years. Now, why is this and how do they see it? We're going to unpack that here on America Unfiltered. A couple of things stood out. Many people said it was a way to show appreciation for service or compensate people who were working, but some said they felt it was a way to add extra costs. And in these inflationary times, that's important too. Joining us here are Jane Page and Francisco to talk more, as we do on America Unfiltered. Jane Page, let me ask you, have you ever worked in a job where tipping was customary, or in the hospitality industry where you either depended or expected a tip?
Yeah, I made my whole career in the hospitality industry. Actually, I'm still in the hospitality industry. I just no longer subside off of tips.
So how does that experience shape your views on tipping others now in various settings?
I mean, when it comes to service industry, hospitality industry, my minimum tip is 20%. Like that for me is the bare minimum.
How is it that you might respond to people who say, well, wait a second, there's too much of this going on. There are places where a tip ought not be expected, and yet they're asking for it. Francisco, let me ask that of you.
Actually, I was talking to someone yesterday, and this wait staff said that she gets paid $2.13 an hour. So she'll work 5 hours for, $11. And then if tips are bad, so she spent all day basically for a couple of bucks. So there I tip more. But yeah, there's certain jobs people get paid by the hour and tipping is not expected. Well, that's one thing. But when tipping is expected, that's different. I don't know if I answered that.
You go to a restaurant, you just get takeout. You walk in, you go to the counter, you grab the takeout, and you leave. Is there a tip there?
I was told that you're not supposed to or have to tip at that point. Sometimes I do it anyway, but no, it's okay if I don't have the cash to tip at that point. I don't feel bad about it.
Okay, and Jane Page, same question to you. My
minimum is usually 10%, up to 15% if it's a smaller bill. Again, I'm hospitality industry through and through, and so it's my way of acknowledging that because I didn't come in to get this food and die in, that they're still getting a little bit of gratuity or additional wage to help supplement things.
We heard from our folks, as we heard in the polls, that this is a complicated dynamic. We heard a certain expression of solidarity with people who had worked in service industry jobs, from folks who had, in fact, themselves done that. We heard about showing appreciation, but we also heard concerns not just about added costs, but also larger ones about the way in which employment and wages, in their view, were structured in the U.S. So in that small decision, that small question that people are asking themselves to tip, not to tip, how much, we're also seeing much larger issues about costs, about economics, and how things work in the U.S. Thank you for watching America Unfiltered. I'm Anthony Salvanto at CBS News.